So, hello everyone. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I hope you all are good. So, in this video, I am going to discuss one very important topic. Uh, Back in 2 years ago, when it's come to select a cloud service provider as a career, you know, let's see, we all are already aware about how many cloud service providers are in the market actually. But to select a proper, and the best you know the cloud service provider for our career, it's also an important part actually. So it's a kind of selecting a right provider for our growth actually. The some factors are under consideration while selecting our any cloud service provider available in the market actually. Uh, Whether it is if you want to go with the AWS, then you have the Azure, Microsoft Azure, then you have the GCP obviously, then you have Oracle Cloud, then you have IBM Cloud, then again then very different kinds of cloud service providers are in the market actually. Then we have Alibaba Cloud. So these all are the global cloud service providers available in the market actually. But while selecting the cloud service provider which gives us more opportunities, it is very important to select the right cloud service providers. So in my what we can say, uh, while selecting a right the cloud service provider, I initially started searching on which cloud service providers is simple to learn, which is easy to create the account. How you can easily create the account, and how you can simply use the cloud service provider services to simply go and learn it. Then all the fundamentals and basics are same for all the cloud service provider, whether you are going with GCP, or you are going with Azure, or you are going with the Microsoft. So these all are pretty same actually. So in this video, we are going to discuss about how you can select the right cloud service providers. So this is a very interesting video, guys. So stay tuned and keep watching this video. So for this, I have prepared one document. So let we can you can see here. So, what is the market demand for all the major cloud service providers? This is the very important point while selecting the right cloud service provider. You have to keep in mind whether you are going with the AWS that holds the large number of customers globally. They have different their data centers available, regions available globally, highest demand globally, and in India actually. So previously, I worked in this company that was a very good working experience. I was in the premium support team actually. That was working with the international client, global clients was very what we can say interesting and fantastic kind of experience that was for me. Then we have Microsoft Azure. We all are already know. Enterprises, banking, and corporate environments preferred going with the Microsoft Azure. And then we have Google cloud platform, growing fast, strong in AI ML projects. We already know that the the machine learning projects and analyticals projects are already taken care by Google. Actually, they have their huge data centers and platforms. So this is the these top three cloud service providers. You can go with the Microsoft, I mean the AWS or GCP, and the Microsoft just simply go and their official website and just create uh, the account, and then you can simply go and start with your practice. So second point is align with your career goals actually. So what is your career goal? Like you want to go with the just want of let's say you just want to go with the support kind of role, or just you want to go with the DevOps kind of stuff where you want to handle, or you want to go with the SRE, that is the the site reliability engineering. So this is all, and so this is how you can simply select whether you want to go with support, or you want to simply follow DevOps and SI. So this is also point to be taken care of. Then obviously data engineering, ML and AI ML projects. If you want to go with the if you want to make your career in machine learning or artificial intelligence roles, you can simply go and select the GCV, because that gives more options to explore actually. Then enterprise and corporate IT roles, if you want to, go with the enterprise and corporate IT roles, Azure provides you such kind of opening. That's they provide a technical support engineering role for all the categories. So Azure is pretty good for enterprises role actually. Since I was in the AWS, so I just I was in the support profile, so my previous work experience was we can say hands-on experience was pretty aligned with the support role. That's why I was in the support role profile actually. So again, third point we have to discuss over here: don't chase too many clouds easily. So, while selecting the proper, cloud service providers in the market, actually, we have different kind of, cloud service provider. We just say, hurry up, I just simply try to, learn a different cloud service provider at once. But so this is not possible. Actually, we have to keep our fundamentals clear. So whether you are, you want to just pick one your primary, whether it is GCP, Azure, or anyone, you can just simply go and select the one cloud service provider, and then you can simply you can simply deeply understand their services actually. So it is better to go with the AWS that let you simply create the account, and their services are pretty uh, easy to learn actually. And a broad number of services available for any categories, so it is easy to use actually. So, and then their free tier eligibility for all the services. Although GCP provides you they give you like $200 for your usage. And once you master one cloud service provider, then you can obviously go with another one available in the market actually. Then here is an example path. Starts with AWS service. If you are exploring AWS, then you can simply go with the instances EC2, RDS for databases, S3 databases. Then EPC is for obviously for networking. IAM is for security purpose. You just simply manage the users and policies and permission using IAM actually. So this is how so simply select the services in your cloud service provider. So fourth point is focus on transferable skills. Actually, most important than provider. Actually, companies don't just hire AWS engineer; they hire problem solvers actually. If you are simply masters one AWS engineer, so let's see the company that is not what we can say, that is not their workloads, let's see, it is not on their AWS actually. They are running their workloads and GCP or Azure or anything else. So there might be problematic situation you will face actually. So that it is better to the learn the fundamentals of all the cloud service providers, so that you can simply you will play with the different service providers. So this is also very important actually. Simply companies don't just simply hire AWS engineers. They just want engineer who is eligible to understand any cloud service providers problems actually. They can simply solve the problems actually, not just any service provider specific actually. So again, focus on the following things: networking, VPC, DNS, routing, Linux, Kubernetes, databases, troubleshooting mindsets actually. In the later videos, we will going to discuss networking, VPCs, DNS, routing, Linux, Kubernetes, databases, troubleshooting mindsets. Actually, I'll one by one, simply make videos on all these topics. I'll simply explain you how you can, simply use and simply understand these the topics. In the upcoming videos I'll be making wonderful videos on this topic, so just subscribe my YouTube channel. So if I upload any videos related to cloud service providers and stuff available for your use, so you can easily go and check. So better to subscribe my channel. Actually, I just started over here newly, so your support is appreciated here. So consider ecosystem and learning resources. AWS, massive documentation, labs and environments, real world problems. And so if you go on AWS website, you will have a dedicated, a strong documentation available on their portal for every services, for every situation. You will find a documentation. You will have to perform the lab. You will have to perform. You will troubleshoot real world problems. Everything is available. Then Azure strong enterprise use cases. Definitely, Azure is for for enterprise use. Then GCP, a clean UI, great for analytics. Obviously, we have already discussed about machine learning and artificial intelligence projects can be easily deployed on GCP. So here is a tagline: faster learning and the faster job readiness. Actually, once you masters all these things, you will easily get a job. Actually, it is not hard to get a job in the market. It's a strategy to align your profile. Just how you can simply optimize your job search profile, like whether it is LinkedIn or Naukri.com or anything you are using. So just simply you will later on in the upcoming videos I'll be also discussing about how you can simply manage your LinkedIn and Naukri profiles as well actually. So final practical advice for you guys. So given your background, AWS plus support experience plus aiming for digital ocean actually. So that was for my uh, you know, uh, that was for my, I was aiming for digital oceans. Also I have interviewed for two technical roles, but due to some, experience related alignment, that's what I was unable to, get in the position. But in the future, I'll be definitely, will be there. Actually. Then stick with AWS as your core strength. Definitely, if you are selecting AWS, you can go with AWS. Then Kubernetes networking deep dives and database troubleshooting. Then these all basic things we will discuss. And already we are also aware about the Azure and GCP, the basic stuff we have to learn about. So this is at the last borderline, pick AWS if you want maximum opportunities. Pick Azure if you target enterprise companies. Pick GCP if you are targeting database and ML projects. So these are four things. If you are targeting maximum opportunities, you will go with AWS because AWS has wide range of customers available globally. So customers means obviously a large number of customers means large opportunities. And if you are simply just targeting enterprises, that gives you the dedicated rules, you will go with Azure. If you want to make your career in data, GCP, you will be in the ML rules actually. So this is how you can simply select your cloud service provider in the market actually. But your skill must matter more than the cloud logo on your resume. So this is the good tagline I can see here actually. Skills already matters over here, not the cloud service provider. If you are using it, let's say you have put on your resume that you are master in cloud service. You are good in AWS, but you don't know how you handle VPCs, and you don't know how to handle RDS. You don't know how to assess the machine actually. So just putting the AWS name in the resume, it's not worth it actually, guys. So this is how you can simply go and check the AWS, and how you can simply go and check the different cloud service providers. So this is the very important video, guys. I hope this video is helpful to all. So and keep learning, and just don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel. I'll be making more interesting videos in this channel, and keep learning. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys, and just do subscribe this YouTube channel. Actually. Bye.